When we leave this earth, I'd love for my family and my grandkids and those who knew us and would possibly see this, they'll be able to see our faces and be able to hear our voices and be able to hear inflections and laughs, and they'll be able to hear themselves in us.
My name is James Laverne Spruill. I am an only child that belongs to the lady, Mildred Lee Spruill. My mother, Mildred, spent her life as a caretaker of other people's babies. My grandfather, Alan Lorenzo Spruill, and my grandmother, Mary Jane Spruill. And I grew up in a real small community. It was probably a community about maybe 50 houses. I went to school in Beaufort County High School, first grade through 12th grade. No pre-K, no kindergarten. And if you remember Brown versus Brown, the United States Supreme Court decision, they integrate all public schools. So in 1968-69 school year, my high school was integrated into the nearby White High School. And that was very, very enlightening. I'll tell you, I have never been called the N-word so many times. I knew I had to go to college. There was nothing for me there. So off to college we went, and I majored in business, went through college, graduated 1974. About that time, worked a couple of years, everything was good, and that's when I met my bride, Phyllis.
My name is Phyllis Renee Mims Spruill. I was born in 1954 in Macon, Georgia, one of the most segregated cities in Georgia. My father built our house, our brick house, that because he was a brick mason. He and his friends were really key in making some things happen in the city of Macon. And I lived in it with 5 siblings and a grandmother. So there was my oldest sister, Diane. My next sibling was Solomon Jr. The next one was Michael. I was number 4, Phyllis. Sheila was number 5. Yvonne was number 6. And Melanie was number 7. My mother was a homemaker, a great cook, and seamstress. With 4 girls and 2 boys, she made all of the girls' clothes. I happened to have been able to skip and go from 4th grade to 6th. I played the piano for the Sunday school hour. All of these people here in this picture were my friends and helped me in my walk with the Lord. And as I went through high school, I did not allow racism to keep holding me back. I became the first Black varsity cheerleader at my high school. I was the only Black person listed in the graduation program who graduated with honors in 1971. All of that made me and all of my other brothers and sisters anxious to get out and on our own. Attending Spelman College, an elite Black women's college, was a dream come true for me. Spelman shaped my Black woman persona so I could successfully compete in white corporate America. After graduation, I was one of the blessed ones to get a job at Wachovia Bank in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Then when I moved to Winston-Salem, I met the love of my life, James Spruill. We got together after I graduated Spelman College. My parents took me to Winston-Salem, had a little U-Haul with my little stuff in it, took me there, dropped me off, got back in that vehicle, and went home. Did not even spend the night with me. So I met some people in the neighborhood. They were sisters. One of the sisters played cards, but she also was in a bowling league.
We chit-chatted with your friend at a bowling gathering, and she invited us over to her place because she had 2 roommates and invited us to her place to play cards. An hour later, Phyllis showed up, and when she walked into that house, there she was. And I went to her office on bending knees.
With the bag, with the ring in it.
Yeah. So that December 1983, our oldest son was born, Alan. Following that, we did the parent thing.
Sunday morning, Mama has let the tambourine so well.
I recall our son getting his first golf clubs for Christmas and putting them, our oldest, and putting them on his bicycle, and we let him ride to the golf course, which was just a couple of blocks away, and play and do golf with friends in the neighborhood. I remember that.
Our second child had been born.
Our second child had been born. He had been born in Raleigh. And the great thing about Elliot's birth, they asked me to pick a date. So I picked one, and at the time, that morning I woke up, I was in labor. And so I was very happy about that he was born on the day that he was supposed to be born.
Alan, our oldest, went to Florida A&M in Tallahassee, Florida, to get an MBA from the School of Business and Industries there. And Elliot, our youngest, attended University of Georgia in Athens, Georgia, and got a degree in nutrition.
Michael Allison has just been a joy to us. She is just a little lady. I can see both our son Alan and her mother in her, and she has been a joy to us since she was born. And now she's 8 years old.
8 years old, going on 18. But yes, she has been an apple in our eye. She's awesome. And what I want Michael to get from our relationship, I think one of the things is that the world belongs to her. It is hers to own, it is hers to have, and it is hers to give. Whatever it is that you want, Michael, don't never take the answer no. So if you want it, you go get it. You don't take it, you earn it. And in doing so, you will not only learn to appreciate the world for what it has to offer, but the world will really learn to appreciate you and for what you have to offer it. I don't have to tell you that I love you today and that I always love you. I don't have to tell you that. You know that. And I want nothing but the best for you. And I say this to the boys, my boys sometimes, and I say this to other gentlemen. It is not, if I remember correctly, the Bible says to me, it is my job to take care of my children's children and not my children. So I want to do the best that I can for you now. So when I'm gone, you'll be able to take care of self and have a long, prosperous, and very enjoyable life. That's what I want for you, Michael. I love you, baby.
So, lesson learned to me, and lesson that I want to tell anybody else is that be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. All of those things that I was upset about, my dad wouldn't let us do, that means nothing, because I did have a great life. I do have a great life. And I am who God has made me be. So I am who I'm supposed to be right now. And I'm grateful for it.
But yeah, life has been, I think we came out okay.
Yep.
I think we came out on, in terms of what my expectations were from being a little boy, living on a farm, with the cows, the pigs, the chickens, and to where I am today, I couldn't see this. I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. You know, I love you for being part of that with me. I don't know if I could have made it without you, because I'm a big baby, you know that.
I know.
But I love you for
It's
it.
okay.
Yeah.